Hey, what's up, guys? Greg here from Monkeypod Marketing. And over the last month or so, I have released a handful of videos showcasing different real-world use cases for Zapier. Zapier is an incredibly powerful tool. It's an important part of my tech stack, and I know countless other entrepreneurs who depend on it. But because it is so flexible, it can feel ambiguous. It can be tough to pin down exactly the value it provides. So my hope was by showcasing real world examples from my OG members, from my friends and different small business owners, it would help contextualize it for you, for other people who may not yet be using Zapier or who may be using it, but are looking for different ways that it could serve their business. So what I've got here is an example from my friend, Mr. Chris Barber, who's going to show us how he uses Zapier to connect PandaDoc along with Airtable, and how he layers in different filters and Zapier paths to have different outcomes depending on a handful of variables. So take it away, Chris.
All right, so I'm just going to review the Zap that I have set up that basically just keeps an eye on contracts that are being sent out via PandaDoc. That's really the trigger that we've got going on here is status change inside of PandaDoc. So that is what starts the process. And I've gone ahead and the very first step is just to filter out and only look for 3 conditions that are going to be happening for these documents, viewed, paid, or completed. And basically what's going to happen is I have a different process that's going to happen based off of each one of these. If I go ahead and open up the first condition here, so as soon as I get a document that's been viewed, I'll go ahead and click edit. You can see this is just going to send a Slack message. So I've got a channel that's dedicated for contracts that just kind of lets everybody know, hey, this person reviewed this contract. They took a look at it and just lets those individuals know so they can keep an eye on things. Also have that same option with completed. So as soon as somebody completes a document, notification sent to Slack. Where this particular Zap really gets interesting is in the paid status. So when one of these documents comes back with the paid status, PandaDoc has the option to collect payment directly inside of the contract process. So as soon as they sign it, option to pay, that's where this one comes into play. So if it is a paid contract, I immediately find a record in Airtable that matches that. In this case, I look for an email address. Same thing with Keep Max Classic. So I know it's paid and I identify those 2 individuals' records right away in these 2 systems. And then I wait and I see what was actually paid for. So it's a filter of a filter. So if it's paid and it's one of these 3 categories, that's when each one of these has different processes that follow up after that. So let's say the document was paid inside of PandaDoc. I have found the Airtable and Keep Max Classic record, and this person is a match client. So they have signed and paid for that particular process. I then look up, I already have the lookup for Airtable, so I find that record and I update the sales pipeline. So I move them through a sales pipeline process. I update any additional information that we keep in that sales pipeline inside of Airtable. Here's a quick look at one of my test records right here. So there's my smiling, happy face. So, oh, yeah, that's my cell phone too. Give me a call sometime. So it moves people through the sales pipeline, updates any other information that's applicable in this case based off of that document being paid for and signed. And I send a message inside of Slack to say, hey, new client, here you go. Same process as before as far as the notification. And then in addition, if it's a staff client, if it's a Colby client, whatever it is, it filters that out. And then each one has its own path as far as what it does. But they all link back to that Airtable sales pipeline, updates all the information there. That is what most of the team uses to keep an eye on status and activity for different clients and what's going on there. So this Zap just sends out all that information, notifications in Slack channels so that people know what's happening and where it's happening. They can reach out right away. So all things said, I think this is an 18-step Zap. Let me just look at this one down here. Yeah, 18 different steps, and it all kind of filters and branches out depending on the status of certain prerequisite steps. So hopefully this gives some inspiration about what is possible, and let me know if you have any questions.
Okay, guys, so a lot there in this Zap. And just as a quick reminder, you don't need to use this exact formula. The goal wasn't for you to copy this step by step, but rather to illustrate sort of the types of things that Zapier can do. And this was a robust solution. As you saw, 15 or I forget, maybe 18 different steps. But the point that we're illustrating is that it can solve complex problems with intricate levels of detail or nuance. And so hopefully by watching this video, you took away 1 or 2 light bulb moments that can simplify things in your business or help you multiply the ROI that Zapier is producing for your business. If you found this valuable, feel free to leave a comment below or share it with someone who it could serve. And thanks to Chris for being willing to share this example. Take care.